Welcome America, welcome Taylor Swift to Studio 212 that we are going to be recording in today. We're going to do one example for you from Unit 1 Geometry, how to write an equation from a diagram. So let's go ahead and start. So we're asked to find the measure of angle ABD. We talked about naming angles right before this. So let's review. What's the sum of all the how many degrees are in a circle? 360, right? How many degrees are in half of a circle? Okay, so this line is half of a circle. Now, the diagram doesn't tell you that, but you can see it's a straight line. You can assume that that is 180 degrees. It's not going to tell you, but if you see a straight line, you can assume that it's 180 degrees. There are a lot of things you can't assume in geometry, but this is one of the ones that you can assume. Okay, so that's 180 degrees. It's not written on the diagram. I'm going to go ahead and write it in. Now, they do tell us that the measure of this angle, ABD, is 5x plus 10 degrees. And they tell us that the measure of this angle, DBC, is 2x plus 5 degrees. Can anyone think of an equation that we can write from the diagram based on the information that we're given here? I know it's totally new. I haven't recorded in this class before, so you guys are kind of quiet. But what this diagram is saying is that we have this angle, and together they are 180 degrees. So how are we going to write that in an equation in algebra? Okay, Brandon.
5x plus 10 plus 2x minus 5 equals 180 degrees.
Perfect. Everyone's writing this down. Okay, so now we are going to solve for x. So remember from Algebra 1, this is where they had you guys draw that line. So you would add or subtract something from both sides just once. We don't need that, we don't do that anymore, but that's just a good reminder that this is a 5x and 2x. Those are on the same side of the equal sign, which means we're gonna combine them, they're like terms. So 5x plus 2x is 7x. 10 minus 5 is 5. And now we have a two-step equation that we can solve. How are we doing? All right, I'm gonna finish this and you tell me if this is right because I haven't done this problem, so check my work for me. Make sure this looks good. 7x equals 175. You can use your calculator. Do I have one at the top of the screen? I do. Or you can use Desmos, the Desmos graphing calculator online anytime you want. However, we can do this in our heads. Okay, if you know your divisibility rules. Here. This is in your head. How many times does 7 go into 17? Evenly. How many times does 7 go into 17? Twice, because 2 times 7 is 14, right? With 3 left over. How many times does 7 go into 35? Done. X is 25. And we didn't even use a calculator. Okay, are we finished? X is 25. We're done. Why aren't we finished? Andrew?
Yeah, they answered the question.
We haven't answered the question. The question is asking us to find the measure of angle ABD. ABD. They do tell us that, let me see if I can erase this. All the stuff that we did in our heads here. What I wrote here, this is scratch work, but you wouldn't even be writing this down because you'd be doing that division in your head. Or on the calculator, I know. Everyone loves the calculator. ABD, ABD. The measure, the way we write the measure, this is something else we need to learn today. The notation for measure. The measure is a lowercase m. The measure of angle ABD is equal to 5x plus 10. Our x is 25. So what is that? You can just say it out if you want. Five times 25 plus 10. Anyone? What is it? 135?
130.
Andrew, is that what you got too? All right, 135 degrees. Now, have we answered the question? Is that what they're asking? Find the measure of angle ABD. We did find the measure of angle ABD. This is it. This is what we're circling. If this was an SOL question, I can guarantee you one of the distractor answers would be 25. Because a lot of people stop at x equals 25 and then just, you're finished. You're not finished. Got to make sure you answer the question and circle the right answer. Any questions? Alrighty then.